Welcome back to another episode of the Little Growth Podcast, the place where we draw the line between standard self-improvement and actual growth through small changes in tiny bits and pieces. I am your host, Damson. In our last episode, we talked about perspective, how our core values act as the invisible classes shaping our world, and how there is always a silent conflict between your view and other people's opinions. Today, however, I want to trace those opinions back to their original point, their real origin point, the ultimate source code of your life, and that is our mind. Before I dig deeper into this episode, I want to get one thing completely clear with everyone who is listening in. I know it's going to sound a bit controversial for most of us, but hear me out. You are winning at everything you are doing right now. And when I say this, I don't mean the circumstances that are beyond your control. I mean the choices you make every single day. The business you could have started, but gave yourself every logical reason to abandon. The relationship that could have begun with a simple hi, but you didn't pick up the courage to say it. That toxic job you complain about every evening, but you refuse to leave or stand up in. You are executing your current mental program with 100% precision. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Let me take you to a visual setting. Imagine a massive cargo ship sailing out of the port of Mombasa. Up on the deck, the captain turns the steering wheel 3 degrees to the left. He wants to head north toward Dubai. But down in the engine room below the deck, the underwater autopilot system is programmed to go south toward Cape Town. The captain can sweat and hold the wheel with all his physical strength for hours. But the moment he gets tired and lets go, the underwater computer quietly overrides him and turns the ship south. And here is the plot of today's episode. Your conscious mind is the captain sweating on the deck, but your subconscious mind is the underwater computer. Until you reprogram the engine room, you will keep sailing towards outcomes you claim to hate. Think about the absurdity of this internal war. Consciously, you want to cut out generational poverty and be the first in your family to build real wealth. But the moment you accumulate a proper savings buffer, an invisible anxiety kicks in. Then you make an impulsive purchase or lend it to an unreliable relative, which leads to you ending up right back at zero, unconsciously proving your childhood belief that money never lasts in our family. Other examples: consciously, we want to replace fear with faith. Or consciously, we want to leave toxic relationships. We want to leave them. So why do we keep taking the pain? Because your conscious mind, it has goals. But your subconscious mind has programs. And to come to a clear understanding of why you keep winning at the wrong outcomes, we have to look at the developmental neuroscience. Development biologist Dr. Bruce Lipton, who is an author of The Biology of Belief, documented that from birth to roughly 7 years old, a child's brain operates predominantly in theta brainwaves. Now, theta brainwaves, or theta, is a state of deep hypnosis and hypersuggestibility. During these sponge years, a child doesn't analyze, critique, or question information. They absorb everything raw. Examples: if you grew up in a household where money was accompanied by shouting, by fear, or panic, your 5-year-old brain encoded a simple rule: money causes danger and destroys peace. Or another example: if you grew up watching your guardians communicate through passive aggression or silent treatment, your subconscious encoded conflict is unsafe, so stay quiet and hide your true feelings. Or if you had repeated one and done statements like rich people are selfish or relationships always end in betrayal, you absorbed all that information without questioning the authenticity of it. When you fast forward 20 or 30 years, you are an adult wearing a suit or wearing your corporate wear, attending meetings, sitting in traffic in Kampala, trying to build your career, trying to build your relationships. But when a big opportunity appears, a big job opportunity, your adult conscious mind, it tells you, let's apply. While your 5-year-old subconscious programming panics and says, no, visibility brings criticism. Stay safe and sabotage this application. Another study by holistic psychologist Dr. Nicole LePera calls this the self-sabotage loop. You aren't failing because you lack talent or you lack ambition. You are simply self-sabotaging because your subconscious mind values familiarity over growth. To your brain, the predictable discomfort feels safer than unpredictable success. And I want to draw a line between your conscious desires versus your subconscious beliefs. So let's run that dance on your actual daily choices. You tell yourself you want to leave a toxic relationship or a demoralizing job. But every time you prepare to pack your bags or you prepare to submit a resignation letter, your body experiences a spike of biological panic. Then your mind invents 3 rational excuses. Let me just give you 2. When sometimes they say, the job market is really bad right now. Or another excuse, they promised they will change next month. The classic one for most relationships. Which leads to you staying in that trap. The trap or the loop that you've been in for another 2-3 years. And I want you to notice what happened there. Your conscious goal, what you are consciously thinking, was freedom. But your subconscious program was attachment to the familiar. And your subconscious wins 95% of the time. Cognitive scientists have proven that the conscious mind only controls about 5% of our daily behavior. The remaining 95% is driven entirely by automated subconscious patterns. This is why willpower fails. Willpower is that captain pulling the wheel manually. It can work for 10 minutes, an hour, or even 3 days. But the moment you get stressed, the moment you get tired or overwhelmed, your conscious mind loses energy. And the subconscious pilot takes the ship right back to where it feels safe. You are winning at your core beliefs. If your deepest belief, the thing that you tell yourself every time in your head, if it is, I am not worthy of sustained success, you will win at finding ways to drop the ball. You will win at finding ways to assure yourself of your failures. Another one, if your deepest belief is that people always leave, you will win at pushing people away before they ever get close enough to hurt you. So, How do we stop winning at the wrong game? How do we take that underwater computer off autopilot and completely reprogram the engine room? For this episode, I have a 3-step practical framework that helps you audit your subconscious starting now. What I want you to do is, number 1, I want you to identify the pattern in your friction. Look at that area of your life where you experience repeated frustration. Money, love, health, or even your career. Ask yourself, what is the outcome I keep getting over and over again? That repeated outcome is not bad luck. It is your subconscious study. And the next thing I want you to do is interrogate your inherited truth. Ask yourself, where did I first learn this belief? Was it a sentence your father used to say over dinner? Was it the way your mother handled stress? Realize that 80% of the opinions running your daily choices are not even yours. They are hand-me-downs from people who are just as confused as you are. And then the last thing for this episode, number 3, is practice conscious interruption. The next time you catch yourself making a familiar excuse, stepping back from an approach, deleting a draft, or staying silent in a meeting, pause for just 10 seconds. Name the feeling. You can say, oh, this is my old safety program running. Then make the small, uncomfortable choice that aligns with your future and not the childhood conditioning that you had. So, as I wrap up this episode, you are born a sponge, but you don't have to die a bucket carrying everyone else's dirty water. The beliefs you inherited as a child were meant to help a 6-year-old survive their environment. But you are not 6 years old anymore. You are an adult with agency, with authority, and with the power to rewrite your own operating system. Stop fighting the surface symptoms. Go down into the engine room. Question the assumptions you've accepted as absolute truth, and start programming your mind to win at the life you actually want to live. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Little Growth Podcast. If this episode hit a chord or made you look at your own self-sabotage in a fresh light, do me a quick favor. Take a screenshot, share it on your Instagram story or WhatsApp status and tag me in it for Instagram at little.growth20. Let's help more people step out of autopilot and step into real growth. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and follow the show as well on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so you never miss another episode. Until next time, keep questioning the code and keep making those small changes in tiny bits and pieces. I'm Damson, your host, and I'll see you in the next episode.